storms out in mainly Fairfax County, Loudoun County that have been severe, producing hail, gusty winds, and warnings have been extended now to 4 o'clock. So let's get right to it, and I will take your questions as well. It'll give me a little bit of time for the questions to come up in my phone. It usually takes a little bit of a delay, but there are the warnings right now. So the warnings are in effect for Arlington, City of Fairfax, Falls Church, and also Fairfax County, and that goes until 4 o'clock. It's basically an extension of this other previous warning that was out in Fairfax and Loudoun. So here's the storm. Hail, gusty winds, rainfall rates, pretty impressive rainfall rates. We're looking at rainfall rates 2 3/4 inches per hour. So let me back out. We'll tell you where this storm is headed. And if you're in the path of this storm, you can get your car in a garage or a carport. That would be a great idea because this is a pretty serious storm. Moving east-southeast at about 20. So it is headed, it is headed toward, hang on one second here. It's headed toward places like Alexandria and Fairfax, and it's also going to have heavy rains and some possible flash flooding. I'm more concerned about the hail and the winds here. So let's move that over there. So that's where it's headed right now. I'm going to get your questions up here on Facebook. And yeah, it's not quite ready yet. It's a pretty big delay here. So Fairfax 338, Burke 351, Mount Vernon at 422. This storm's going to hold together. It looks like this storm will hold together and produce some hail and some damaging winds. So Clinton 443, Upper Marlboro 503, Pinefield at 506. That's where this storm is headed. All right. All right. So now we are up live here, so I'll be able to get your questions. Let's see here. Okay, great. Let's make sure nobody hears this. Any rain for Fredericksburg today? We're going to concentrate mainly on this storm. There could be a storm in Fredericksburg. Right now, this is kind of the only serious storm we have in the metro. There are a few storms nearby, but this is the only storm that's really causing some problems in severe weather. So, in fact, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take the lightning off, and I'm going to take the radar off and show you some hail tracks. This is pretty impressive stuff here. This is like 2-inch hail, I believe. Let's see what it comes out to be. So, south of the toll road, yeah, 2.2-inch hail. So, kind of in between 50 and 267. The storm at one time was over Oatlands on 15. And it's now kind of sliding in between the toll road and 50. So that's why it's been extended to include now Fairfax, City of Falls Church, and also the rest of Fairfax County, if you will. So there is your warning right now. Yes, we're on live. What can I do for you? R23. Let's see what it looks like. Boom. Okay. Excellent. All right, everybody. That's what's he on now? 28. He's probably on 28. Right. Okay, it's 28. I think it's 20. Okay, thanks, bud. All right, bye. All right, so here's a live look, everyone, of I think it's 28 northbound, either across 50 or about to go across 50 toward Dulles Toll Road. And raining pretty good, pretty dark. Don't see any hail, so that's good news. So we'll go back to that in a minute. So we'll go back to the warnings here, and they continue until 4 o'clock for Arlington, City of Fairfax, and Falls Church. So those hail tracks are troubling. Shear tracks, there's also some shear tracks that are troubling, but this is pretty close to the radar site. So I'm not as concerned with the winds, or at least rotation. It could have strong winds, but I think our main threat here is going to be winds up to 60 and some pretty good hail. So there's the storm right now. You're about clear now if you're in Sterling. It's about to move out of 267 and across Old Ox Road, but you are not in the clear if you are in Fairfax. It is headed your way. Charleston, West Virginia, Jessica, I just hate to... Charleston, West Virginia, yeah, there could be... We got a tornado warning up in Bedford. Let's put this on this. That's up in Pennsylvania till 4 o'clock. Charleston, yeah, you could see some storms. I mean, we're going to keep storms in until midnight. Strong storms anyway. Warrenton, no, it's north of you. You're okay. Holly, no problem. Waldorf, right now, you're okay. Everything is north of you. I'm going to mainly concentrate on this storm, folks, because this is a pretty serious storm. And if folks are trying to go home out 66 or on the Beltway going over the American Legion Bridge and running into this storm, it's not going to be a pretty sight. We have rainfall rates almost 2 inches per hour, and I'm pretty darn sure that if we were to go in here like this, that this would be hail very close to Frying Pan Road, not far from Dulles. Again, on 28. Let's take that our photographer's out on 28 now, I think. It doesn't look that bad right now. I don't see any hail, so okay. This is at West Ox Road, yeah, Money's Quarter. There's the best chance for hail right there. And in fact, if we were to, we're a little close to the radar here, but we can, I'm going to take the warnings off for just a minute. Okay, they haven't gone away or expired, just hang on. We're going to try to slice this and see. It's going to be, yeah, it's too close to the radar to slice. I don't see any hail cores right now, but there has to be hail in that. I'm sure there's hail in that. There's no doubt in my mind. So there's the wide picture. And you can really see this storm turning east, running just north of 66, kind of along 50 between 50 and the Dulles Toll Road. So this is a big time storm here. And we'll go back. We'll put the warnings on and the watches on again. And let's put this radar on. So this is Chantilly's getting hammered right now. Fairfax, you are not far away from this. Little bit of lightning. Doesn't have a tremendous amount of lightning right now, but it has some. So if you can, get your car into a garage or a carport or a parking garage, because I think this does have hail in it. Holly, you're welcome. That was Centerville Road. He's driving into Herndon. Okay. Let's see if we want him to sort of stop and not go any further if he's into Herndon. I think he's on 28. Hope he's not past Chantilly yet. Let's hope I told him to sort of stay around the Air and Space Museum. Jessica, Charlestown, West Virginia. Yeah, you could have a shower. Marcella's in Woodbridge. Woodbridge is okay right now. I don't see any real big problem with Woodbridge. This is going to essentially move east, sort of right through the district. Again, let's track it. So mainly like that. So DC 410, FedEx 436, Upper Marlboro 505, and maybe all the way to Shadyside, by 5:30 or so, if it holds together. It looks like it will. Sun's still out. We got several more hours of sunlight. I think we have enough of little perturbation in the atmosphere that we'll keep these going until midnight or so. So I think that is that's sort of the plan here. I think we're going to keep it going until midnight for at least some strong storms. I'm going to show you this radar. It's a little clearer to see. So the bulk of the storm is between Chantilly and Reston right now. Peggy, Ranson, yeah, you might have a shower or a thunderstorm in Ranson, but I really want to focus on Fairfax. If you guys can, kind of let me know if you're in McLean or Fairfax, if you're in Chantilly, have you seen hail? If you're in Reston, is the wind blowing? Candace, Cobb Island, yeah, you might have a shower there today, absolutely. But right now, the main event here is this storm in Fairfax pulling out of Loudoun and the tornado warning up in Bedford, Pennsylvania. So if you're up Cumberland Valley, Cheneysville, I would take cover if you're up in this area north of the Maryland PA border. This is a dangerous storm too. It also, if it doesn't have a tornado, it has strong winds about to move through Cheneysville. And this is dropping. Let's see, this is mainly going, looks like it's going east, southeast. They have it moving east at 15 up here. So if you know anybody up there in that area, Bedford County, Pennsylvania, tell them to take cover. All right, so we're going to go back in here, and this is our warnings. I don't know why they're not drawing correctly now. It's very odd, but they're not drawing right. I don't understand why they're not drawing right. Stand by, please. Okay. Let's see if that did not seem to help matters any, did it? Well, that black box is the warning, which is not particularly helpful right now. Let me just go out of this and come back into it and see if it'll reset. Let's look live. I mean, let's look farther out. We'll kind of widen the radar back out here. I seem to be frozen here, everybody. Mechanicsville's looking okay right now. Okay, so here we're wide again. So here's the wide radar, and that's the main storm right there, going right through center of Fairfax, just on the northern edge of I-66. It's going to cross over the river. It's going to get into, go over the American Legion Bridge, Cabot John, Bethesda, and then there's a couple of storms again in the mountains that are firing as well. But this is the main event right here. And I don't know what is wrong. I don't know what is wrong with the display here. It's very strange. Let's see if that works. Now let's see. I don't see anything on here now. I mean, the warning's still up until 4. There's the hail. Good news is, notice the hail tracks haven't really crossed over that much into Fairfax County. So that's good. What's bad is the heavy rain now in Chantilly and out into Oakton, Four Corners area. Again, it's just kind of hugging the northern side of 66 right now. Arlington, I think it's going to head into Arlington. So get ready for that. I think it's going to head into McLean and Falls Church as well. Vienna, yes, I think it's going to get to Vienna. You might be just a little bit on the north side of it, but Oakton's going to be, I think, a dead hit right now for it. Chantilly got hit pretty hard too. Let's go back and see the photographer, what's going on there. So he's still got heavy rain, but nothing crazy at this point. Let's see, we got R16. Let's looking out toward Roslyn. Pretty good looking storm right there, but nothing in town yet, but it is headed this way. I'll tell you that. Let's go back out into here. Okay, there's the warning. Again, till 4 o'clock, and it includes Arlington City at Fairfax, Falls Church, and much of Fairfax County. So this is definitely going to hit. Notice the box is kind of oriented more east-southeast, but the storm, if we loop it, well, it's kind of done a little right turn here, a little bit, little bit of a right turn, yeah. So let's go and see. Let's look at a couple of things here. Let's just make sure that we're not seeing any rotation here with this. I don't think we are. This is pretty close to the, yeah, I don't see anything that's terribly shocking here. You're going to have winds with this. I mean, Fairfax, you're going to have winds at least 30 to 50. Chantilly's already probably had winds up to 50, so I don't think there's any doubt about that. We can see if there's any Any reports of damage yet with this storm? Let's see here. Boom. Boom. We had a big storm earlier. Okay, here's some reports now. So what do we have? We have wind gusts at 66 at Dulles. We have trees down on road near Braddock. Trees down blocking driveway to Briar Patch Bed and Breakfast Inn. So this is had hail and some serious winds. Wow. That's pretty serious. All right, so let's let me go back out of here for just a second. I got to do a couple of things, guys, so just bear with me. I got to put this back on the website, and I want to just kind of track it again, and we'll follow the box, east-southeast. How's that? So east-southeast, there you go. We're going to send this out to everybody. Just hang on. The warning goes to a 4. I will see if they extend it. Looking at the storm, I don't see it really weakening much. So we're going to say, watch out, National Harbor. It's kind of in your, it's kind of headed toward you as well in D.C. Will it rain during the Burgundy and Gold's game? Well, it's a good question. Whoops. I think we can just do this at this point. Okay, cannot do that. Will it rain? It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, we're going to have storms in here, you know, until, I would think until midnight, certainly until sunset anyway. And I'm going to put this on the web page too, so just hang on. Okay, she's in it again. Hang on, everybody. I don't know. Yeah, you better hurry, Chris. I don't know. I wouldn't if I would do that. You have another half an hour, Chris, to walk the dogs. Hey, Madison, it's Topper. Can you have Sam get out of the story for me?
Oh, I'm in it. I'm out now.
You're out. I'm going to override, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, bye.
I'm just going to update this image in here. Okay, everybody, back here. Bethesda, yes. I think, well, actually, now it's turning a little to the right, so you might be okay in Bethesda. It looks like it's going to slide a little further south. We'll loop this, and you'll notice it going east and then sort of turning a little bit. Good news is I think it's lost some of its hail. Bad news, it's still a pretty intense storm. So if we were to track this like this, You would stay south of Bethesda, head toward Alexandria, 424, Mount Vernon, 432, Clinton at 449. You're going to have some showers in Bethesda and Silver Spring, but nothing crazy heavy. Shalanda checking in from Northwest DC. It's going to probably just skim us here. I think the bulk of it will go south down into Alexandria and maybe Arlington. That's what it's looking like right now. If we zoom in, I'm going to go ahead and change the radars here for just a second and see. So some lightning, heaviest rain now, Fairfax, George Mason. So out 236, it's a mess. Out 66 now, it's not pretty. If you're headed out 7 or 193, you'll be on the outskirts of it. I think the main thrust of the storm is now kind of between McLean and Burke, and headed more toward Alexandria, and headed sort of toward National Airport. We're a little further away from the radar site here, so I want to just do some shear tracks and see if this is crazy. This is probably going to be all contaminated, but yeah. But with that gust of 66 at Dulles, that makes some sense that this has some strong winds. But the hail, notice it really hasn't followed the storm, so that's good. So here's the deal. Weather Service will decide if the winds are strong enough, 58 miles per hour or higher, to extend the warning further east. I don't think they're going to have to extend it because of the hail. I don't see hail as a real problem right now. I think mainly winds and strong winds and heavy downpours, because we've got some pretty good rainfall rates with this guy. Rainfall rates over 3 inches per hour. That might be slightly contaminated with some, small hail. And again, if you guys have pictures of hail, by all means, send it to us and tag us, WSA9 Weather, please. Waldorf, probably, well, you're fine at Waldorf now. I don't know if this is going to go north of you or not. You're kind of on the outskirts here, so you might get this storm. More so, I'm concerned about southern Prince George's County, more like Clinton, maybe south of Upper Marlboro. As you're running 5 down toward Brandywine and Waldorf, certainly. Bethesda, dark here in Bethesda. I imagine it's pretty dark. It's a pretty big storm. All right, I'm going to boom pack out. That's still there. That's still there. So now, you know what, we're pretty far away from it. Let's do a slice and dice. Not as tall as you might think. And that still might be a function of where it is in terms of the radar. Maybe a little too close to it. But it's, I would say it's probably more like 25, 30,000. And rainfall rates over 3 inches per hour. So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive right now. So we go back wide. There are the showers and storms, and the main one we're concerned about is this one in Fairfax. Can I help you guys? We're live here.
Right, yeah, we're going to listen.
Okay.
We're here to listen to you.
Okay, great. So we still have the warning on this one. Again, the hail tracks are not following it, so that to me is good news. The bad news is the wind gust at Dulles was 66 miles an hour, so this is still going to cause some problems as it moves sort of east-southeast now. We're going to kind of track it like that. More toward Upper Marlboro, Camp Springs, and Old Town. I think Old Town, you're certainly in the crosshairs. Annapolis, Kathleen, it'll probably stay south of you in Annapolis at this point. That would be I think this storm will miss you. DC, yeah, Michelle is headed toward DC, and somebody just asked me, they were walking the dogs in the mall. They need to get off the mall. Yeah, get the dogs off the mall here. This is going to be no surprise to anyone, but we're going to do it. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I think once this one storm goes away, it'll be a little quieter, but we're going to keep storms in. until midnight.
Topper, do you want me to get some web help down here? Will that help?
It's okay as long as they just keep locking the story. That's my only problem.
Okay.
Till midnight. Threats, hail, and damaging winds. Okay. No real surprise here, but there you go. Bam. Okay, everybody, we'll go back now and see if make this thing. Okay, good. Okay, that looks good. We're going to see if they're going to extend this warning, and that's kind of what I'm interested in seeing. But right now, it is headed toward Alexandria and Camp Springs and even Upper Marlboro. So somebody asked me about Waldorf. I think it may stay north of you, Waldorf, but it's going to get into southern Prince George's County. I think Camp Springs and Upper Marlboro. Will it be as severe? I can't tell you that right now. We do have an aerial flood warning, no surprise there, for Fairfax and Loudoun where the storm was. I'll take the radar off briefly and you can see where the warning is. This just means some rivers and streams are flooding. So basically it's either side of 50, from Fairfax through Chantilly, not quite to Aldi. That's where the aerial flood warning is. So we've got that going on in addition to the severe thunderstorm warning. Weather. Yeah, weather.
Got it. Check Slack.
Yeah, Jeffrey, can you call me back, bud?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about the.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook Live and really kind of a one-arm paper hanger right now.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, bud. All right, more questions here. Southern Maryland, Charles County, St. Mary's County. I don't think it's going to be that crazy down there just yet, no. I think you guys, I know you guys are kind of like the magnet in our little severe weather, but I don't think so. I think the warning will continue. Fairfax Falls Church, we'll see if they extend it into Prince George's County. Kathleen, you're welcome. Well, it rained during the Burgundy and Gold game. Is the game in town, I guess, tonight?
Which one?
FedEx?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, that would be the game. We could have a shower or a storm. This will probably produce a shower or a storm as it rolls through. Let's just see. Yeah, but it'll be probably light. It'll be before the game starts. So I think by the time the game starts, I think we'll be okay. Can I rule out a shower? No. But odds are once this passes FedEx, we should be in pretty decent shape.
Hello.
John and Jesse leaving from here and weather for Clinton, PG, kind of that area? They're leaving now from here.
Oh, no,
Melissa jumped in on Slack trying to help out. So
Okay.
Clinton or Fort Washington.
Yeah. I mean,
They're about 5 minutes from departing. Fur was heading towards
where is
Oakton.
Fur now?
He's heading towards Oakton.
He's
He was
headed.
listening to you on
He was
the-
headed toward Oakland.
that was a
Okay.
while ago, but-
So if it holds together, I mean, you could still kind of just. You want to put someone on the other side of the river? Is that what you're saying?
That's what it sounds like, right?
Just want to get somebody ahead of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. If it holds together, as long as I guess if we got somebody in Oakton, that's fine.
Yeah, he'll,
Let me see. Is he still producing a thing, a shot out here?
no, he was having.
Yeah. Well, and he's back on now. Okay. There's live shot out. So he's in Oakton. We don't see any hails, just some heavy rain right now. Okay. Okay. What's on our 16? Still looking west. You can see the dark clouds, but nothing's happening yet in the district.
Okay.
He's in Chantilly.
Yeah, we saw that. Okay.
Okay.
You're in Chantilly driving towards Oakton. Okay.
So the warning continues. I don't know
All
what
right,
is
thanks, buddy.
wrong
Be safe. Bye.
with these warnings. Something is not right with the computer here.
You'd mentioned National Mall as well. Is that an area we should send?
Well, some dude was walking his dog, and I just said, get off the mall.
It's gonna get wet.
Yeah, it may not be severe, but he probably doesn't need to be out there with lightning and stuff.
So for
Dogs
now,
aren't big fans of thunder.
No.
Just saying.
So Clinton, Fort Washington, kind of that area, maybe?
You know,
It's fine. I'm just thinking.
I mean, maybe Old Town. I mean,
at 5 o'clock, where's things could be sitting. You know,
Well,
that's really. I mean, if we're thinking about getting ahead of it.
Well, I mean, Old Town, I mean, Alexander 425, Clinton 451, Upper Marlboro 510.
Upper Marlboro.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be more in this area.
Okay. Well, let's go with your thought.
I would say go south to Old Town, Alexandria,
Okay.
or if you want to jump the river, but I don't know how he's going to get around all the way to get there, you know, to get into southern Prince George's County. That's the problem. By the time he goes around the Beltway, it's going to be gone. And it is weakening a little bit. That's good news. I mean,
great news.
it's
Take it out there, though,
Yeah. So far, no reports of
Old
any
Town
damage,
for now.
right?
no, there's damage.
Where's the damage?
The damage is here's the damage. So there's trees down. I couldn't get the slack here.
That's fine. Don't worry.
This is the 66 mile per hour wind gust at Dulles. This is a tree down at the Briar Patch Bed and Breakfast Inn.
Is that far from the
Tree down on 15 near Braddock Road.
Like that would be where we want to send for,
Well,
right? He's over in that area.
Oakton.
Yeah.
Tree down on US 50.
Yeah. Go where we know there's a
Briar Patch Bed and Breakfast Inn. That sounds short.
fire patch. Yep. That sounds promising.
Or, yeah, that's pretty much the one.
Hey, man.
It's an Aldi.
Hey, it's where?
Aldi.
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 you
It's
have
out
to look
50.
Aldi,
Out 50.
ALDIE.
Past Chantilly, west
There's a
on
tree
50.
down, blocking a driveway. It's called the Briar Patch Bed and Breakfast Inn.
Got it. Got the.
Head that way. I'll try and send you. We'll text you an address now. All right, bye.
And there's also a tree down on US 15 near Braddock Road.
Also in the steel.
I got-
Yeah, he
Okay.
might run into it on the way, right?
Yeah.
Because there was a,
Well, I don't know where I don't think he's on 15 now.
I'll just look over shoulder.
okay.
Okay. We'll go back to radar.
You go back to
Okay.
yeah.
All right, go back to radar.
Did you just tell it to go back to radar?
No, I did. No, I did. No, I did. I wish I
I was
did.
like,
Go back
it's
to
not
radar.
voice control.
It's not voice control.
Middleburg / Aldi.
Middleburg. Yeah, Middleburg,
Yeah,
Virginia.
it's Aldi's before Middleburg, about 10 miles past Chantilly.
Okay.
Okay.
Shouldn't be far from that.
And it's about 5 miles past the intersection of 15 and 50.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
It looks lovely.
Sam, I'm gonna track this again and send it to the
Hey,
web.
John. Hey, so last update was, I think, maybe towards Old Town is kind of gonna, yeah, that's kind of the best guess for now. Well, don't worry about 4 o'clock. Just worry about getting there, and hopefully we'll get a little ahead of it. And
You say
we're starting to hear some damage, some minor damage of trees down in Virginia. So we're sending fur that way. Fur is
I'm getting back to your questions, kids. Fort Bellevure's going to get slammed. Well, it looks like they could, yes.
yeah. Yep. Yeah, he just addressed that online. Said there will be some storms probably near.
If you could put that in the web, Sam,
Good
about the
point.
Briar Patch Inn and stuff.
Thanks.
I'm trying.
Want me to call? I can call back up for you.
Right.
Okay, I'll call it back up for you. Hang on.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
Let me just filling this out every time is really fun. I just put WX. All right, everybody, I'm coming back to your questions here. Gaithersburg, Jacqueline, I think it's going to head to your south. You will probably see a shower, but I think this is, well, you will see a shower, but this is going to stay more to your south. Showers, in fact, are already past the Spur and Rockville, so going up 270, you'll have a wet commute home. Out 108 to Albany and Ashton, you'll have a wet commute home as well. In fact, we might even be able to show you that. Let's see here. Data sets.
Did you have a more specific location for US 50
For the storm,
for the tree down?
for the tree down, let me see what they said. They didn't seem to be all that specific. I didn't really understand where it was. It was, yeah, US 50 near Braddock Road.
Is that the same tree as breakfast
No, that's different.
or as the 15? Okay.
That's different.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's different. Both are coming back as Aldi, which is weird to me, but because Aldi's not that big. But
When I looked up Briar Patch Bed and Breakfast, that said Middleburg as their
Yes,
address.
that's
yeah,
correct.
that's probably yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go with that. Crofton probably see a shower, Adrian, but I don't know it's going to be the heavy shower here. What I've actually called up for you folks, which is sort of cool here, is the traffic. We can see what the traffic's doing right now, how they're responding to the to things here. So there's the traffic. So it's actually moving pretty well right now, although you can see it's pretty slow out toward where the storm is. So here's the storm, and you can see the traffic moving pretty slow, and this storm is moving this way toward Old Town, toward Clinton. But now even, going up 270, you can see northbound's a little slow, even just because we have rain. So that's how the traffic's reacting to this storm. Not really surprising, I guess, to the storm.
We got Old Dominion Energy here. They're reporting about 800 people without power in that Aldi area.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
adds up with what we're hearing.
Right.
And
The thing is just that Aldi's technically here,
yeah.
and
4 p.m. being expired.
is it going to be
4
expired?
p.m.
We're going to see. I mean,
Got another 921 out in this area, Topper. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is? Well, that's that area right there. It says 921 out.
zoom in a little for me. You
Zoom
on
it.
50?
I'll zoom it. Yep. I'm
Oh, you're
right
on
at
50.
Lena? Is it Lena?
Lena, yeah. Lena.
Yeah, there's about 900
People
without
there.
power there. Yeah.
Okay, no, the warning, Sam, is now gone.
So no warning.
So no, just
Just the flood warning.
the flood warning. You fix that on the website, and I'll have to send you a new. I'll send you a new picture.
Great.
I'll put a new picture on there. So that's, well, we kind of thought that because the hail had not followed, the hail tracks hadn't moved. Still a pretty hefty little storm here. I mean, it's not, So let's just do that. And do that.
For Fairfax and Loudoun. Okay.
For Fairfax and Loudoun, yes. Yes, Fairfax and Loudoun till 6:45.
Thank you.
Are you in Astoria now?
I am.
Or let me, excuse me.
So fun.
Boo. When you're out, let me know. So this is headed toward Burke, about 7 minutes. Pentagon 424, DC 427. So I guess the good news is this should be out of here by the Burgundy and Gold game. Are there showers behind it? Let's see. Let's widen out. Take this off. There's a couple showers. There's another heavy storm back here near Moorfield, and that's got a warning for Grant, Hardy, and Rockingham until 4:30. Do you want me to put that on instead of the flood warning? I guess we'll stick with the flood warning, I think, Sam. This is a pretty heavy storm, though. Bowie, I think it's going to stay south of you in Bowie. Clifton, you'll have a shower, but I think the heavy stuff stays south. Big storm, too, down here, Shenandoah. We got a warning here in Page and Rockingham till 4:15. There are not many storms, but we talked about this yesterday. The storms that develop can become hefty and severe.
There's another almost 900 in this area that's just north of Oakton. So that's in addition to
Okay.
some more power outages. And I just don't know that area. But it's east of Chantilly and northwest of Oakton.
And west of Vienna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
672 area, 671, 672.
And not, okay, and just south of Reston.
Yeah.
And you're just south of Dulles Access Road. Well, that's where the brunt of the storm was.
Yeah.
That lines up with what we saw. Can I pop in?
Okay, sure.
I wanted just to get the image in. That's all.
Yeah.
It won't take me long. You ready? Standing by.
Yes.
Standing by. Okay. I will pan out for 1 second, and so you can see all the way to Richmond. All right, stand by, please. Let me just put this in real fast, and then I'll reset the radar, and we'll look at what's in the pipeline. We just did a tour, though. I showed you the warning in Charlottesville and the warning out toward Moorfield. Okay, good. Thank you, Sam. That looks good. Okay, I'm out. Okay, so we're going to widen the radar out. They want to see all the way to Richmond. I'm not quite so sure why, but okay, here we go. Boom, there's Richmond. There's a severe thunderstorm warning also south of Richmond in Charles City, Chesterfield County. We're kind of more concerned about this. So this is not a warning on this storm anymore. It's a very heavy storm, strong storm, and it's moving east-southeast. We do have a warning out in Shenandoah until 4:15, and we also have a warning out in Hardy and Rockingham until 4:30. I guarantee you that those storms have hail. No doubt in my mind they have hail. The warning for Rockingham and Hardy County. Okay, good. Okay, let me just do one more thing here. Let's just go boom. Okay, where did we go? Okay. So we're going to just do a quick crawl on this. Hey, it's Topper, WSA 9 in Washington. Can we run a little crawl ski, weather crawl?
Sure.
All right, standing by. Give me a 3, 2, 1, please. And it's a weather crawl.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, let that run twice. It's not terribly long.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, bud. All right, bye.
You're welcome.
Okay. So Old Town Alexandria, yes, it is probably going to hit Old Town. Again, good news is it's not severe. Bad news, it's still a strong storm. So there's the radar right now. I'll briefly take off the watches and warnings. Okay, I'll loop it. You can see how that storm moved out of Loudoun County into Fairfax County and did a little right turn, kind of straddling I-66 now, with just heavy rain and lightning and some gusty winds, but below severe weather criterion. And then we have the storm out near Harrisonburg is severe, and a storm out near Moorfield that is also severe. All right, so we're going to zoom back in. So we've got heavy, heavy rain around Pine Ridge, Gallows Road, just to the east and south of Oakton. Already moved through Oakton. This is headed now across 395, Franconia Airport. You got people flying into National or Dulles or even BWI. I'd certainly call ahead. I suspect they're in a ground stoppage at National. I hope they were at Dulles when they had the wind of 66 miles an hour, but Dulles is now improving. Yeah, Connor, headed toward Old Town. Yes, indeed. Let's see if we can give you a time on that. So 4:29, another 20 minutes or so. Fort Washington, Harbor View. It's probably going to just kind of, you'll get some rain. You may not get the heavy activity. Okay. So Connor, yeah, we said about 4:29 or so. I'm going to stay with you guys another few minutes, and I'm going to jump off. I got to do some other stuff. Since there's no warnings in the immediate metro, I feel we're in pretty good shape for now. Let me see what's going on the road. Okay, our guy's still driving. Looks dark, but nothing crazy. And it's getting darker now, looking out to the west.
Yeah, he's.
Which makes sense.
This is Sam.
Which makes sense.
He's Sam Cavoto. He's addressing my Facebook Live.
So,
Take a message. You need the radar loop in CG20. Okay, I will tell him. Goodbye. They need the radar loop in CG20.
let's do that now. It has the wrong.
Oh shoot! I tweeted 50 instead of 15 on accident.
It has the wrong. Well, I can
Oh, no, I
change
did
it.
tweet 15.
You did?
Okay, great. No, I'm in business. I just
You're in business.
being dumb for a second.
Okay. No, Connor, it's not unusual. The storms sometimes will do a little right turn as they get big and severe. It's also pretty common for tornadic storms to do what we call make a right turn. So not crazy unusual. All right, so Sam, we did that. Their radar's up. We don't have to worry about that. Andy, FedEx, yeah. FedEx is going to get some showers. But I think the severe activity is going to stay away. I mean, there's FedEx. This is going to, move in. We can't miss all of it, but it should also move out. So FedEx at 4:44, another 40 minutes. I think more like 30 minutes before it gets in there. And then if we move back out, it's not going to rain that long. Once this storm moves through, I think we're in pretty good shape. These storms out in the mountains should weaken a little bit. But that said, I do have strong storms in until midnight. And, so here are I can highlight the storms for you. So we've got this one here. We've got this one south of Romney. We have this one south of Mortfield. And we have this one east of Harrisonburg. Those are the 4 storms. So, a lot of you go, well, it's not storming at my house. I know, but where it's storming, it's pretty bad. So, Andy, again, FedEx, I would say rain in 30 minutes and then showers ending in probably an hour and a half, so probably 5:30, I think. I think that's probably fair to say. Okay. So any more questions? I'm going to probably jump off here pretty soon and address some other things. So to, kind of sum things up, we got the aerial flood warning for Fairfax Loud until 6:45. Don't cross a flooded street. This is different than a flash flood warning. This is more about lakes and streams and rivers. It could be above the bank. And then this is a severe thunderstorm warning out in Hardee and Rockingham County until 4:30. We'll watch this and see if this makes it across I-81 and then where it goes from there. But for the game tonight at FedEx, rain in 30 minutes, rain over by 5:30, 5:45. I think that's probably the best. And we do have another severe thunderstorm warning up in Bedford and Fulton, but thankfully no tornado warning. So that's good. So what I'm going to do for you folks, you want to stay on for a little bit. I'm going to give you the radar for a while. Upper Marlboro, I think it's going to go south of you. St. Mary's County, I think it's going to go north of you, but you'll probably have a shower. But we'll talk about this more tonight. And remember, we've got a shower or a storm in until midnight. So it could be strong until midnight. All right, so I'm going to sign off right now. Sam, wave.
Hi.
There's Sam. There's Sam. Okay, and I'll leave radar on for you guys, and then we'll see it at 5 o'clock. Okay, thanks everybody.